Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Panthers podcast. Will be our first podcast.
Since starting fresh.
Yeah, since we're starting fresh.
We're kind of rebranding ourselves as a more, serious podcast.
More
right
professional.
Now. Yeah.
All right.
So hopefully we can get stuff done.
Put more professional in air quotes.
Yeah, for sure. Because we didn't get off track for like a solid 30 minutes before actually starting the podcast, like we said we were.
That's shared responsibility.
And then before that, another hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know whose fault that was. Totally didn't spend an hour trying to order pizza.
Anyways.
And then like another hour on the computer trying to solve 206 viruses.
All right. Well, I feel like we're missing an important part. Introducing ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
I'm Dane.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Reese.
I'm Marvin.
And then we also have a guest.
Nathan.
All right.
Well,
That explains
happened.
who he is in a nutshell.
practically
I mean, my voice is pretty high, so.
And you spelled.
understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
All right. So.
One of our ideas that we have to talk about today is going to be weird foods that we've tried.
Yeah.
So
And-
anyone want to
and
start
liked.
this off?
Weird foods.
Well, the food that I had that made me think of this idea was I had squid ink pasta.
Wait, what?
Squid
How does that
ink
work?
pasta.
It's noodles covered in squid ink.
Yeah,
I
didn't
just
think it was
squid ink.
that
As soon as I
hard.
heard squid ink, I started to think of like Minecraft.
Literally.
Does it taste?
I
Did it
was
taste
very
bad?
confused.
No,
You
it's
said it
really
tasted
good.
What?
It's
What did it
really
taste
good.
like?
What
Was
the,
it like
yeah, what did the ink taste
salty?
like?
Sounds like something you can get from
it kinda-
noodles.
What'd you say?
Yeah,
It
definitely.
said it sounds like something you can get from noodles.
Wow.
In Asia.
It tastes kind of like, I don't know. It tastes like it had an essence of like seafood, but it wasn't overpowering. It was
That's
like
weird.
subtle and
All I
So like fish juice or
squid ink
something.
is
What the
from
fuck?
sea.
Fish juice.
But go off.
Anyway,
but yeah.
one time I in New York I had like it's not very like weird of a food. It was like cricket tacos, and I think they were grilled, and they didn't really taste like anything. They just kind of tasted like super bland. So it was really just a guacamole, taco, and it was okay. But I mean, I'm glad I had it, but I wouldn't have it again given the choice. But it was a really impulse thing.
Oh. I'd probably say the weirdest thing I've tried was snake. Snake was very interesting. Snake,
Ew.
it just tastes like chicken, but like everything tastes like chicken, so it's whatever, I guess.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Everything is chicken. Conspiracy theory.
Everyone's.
Let's go deeper.
We're run by chicken.
Dang.
It
What
gets
have
a
you
text from
eaten?
the Illuminati.
What have
say
I
whatever
eaten?
you are.
Yeah.
God.
The weirdest thing that I've eaten. I guess probably just like squid
Yeah.
and octopus.
Mm.
I don't
Dude,
really
I
remember
love-
how it
Yeah,
tastes
that's what I was gonna
because
say.
I was like 9, but I ate it.
Dude, I love squid.
Well, squid.
Like
oh.
anything fried.
Well, I haven't tried it fried though. I tried
did
it
it.
literally, like.
Yeah, I ate that shit.
Like anything fried, pretty much is gonna be good.
That's
It's covered in fat.
yeah.
I saw Nathan's first time trying octopus. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
What happened?
Explain it.
So
He
like,
was-
again,
Yeah,
my
you got
story-
it. You got it, sir.
So like we were at Hot Pot. Yeah, we were at Hot Pot, and so you sort of like cook your own stuff, and it was. You could see the eyes and and like the cool stuff on the octopus, and so
Dude, God, you suck at English. we're supposed to be like imagining this in our head, but you just said the eyes and the cool stuff.
I'm just picturing the words cool stuff like spread out across an octopus.
Here, I got you, Nathan. So we walk into Hot Pot. This beautiful open area, chairs,
Smells
an
like
abundance
Chinese.
of chairs. You can smell Oriental food. The smell of Oriental food. We sat down, and then we gave him octopus. The octopus it was a little bit pinkish, a little bit more bright, and of course the eyes were still there. But then Nathan put it in his mouth, and then he chewed on it. It was a little bit slimy.
But the eye?
he was supposed to eat it like
Yeah,
faster.
full, and
Yeah, it was
like
it was just like a full baby octopus.
it was so
And
hard to chew.
he put that bee in his mouth, but he was chewing on it like it was a big league chew. I swear he was eating dip, bro. Like he chewed on it for
Packing
like a
dip.
solid 15 minutes, and none of us noticed until he said something like,
I
"When
think
am I
I got.
supposed to eat this?" And what?
I think I got one tentacle,
He had that in his mouth for so long. I was
Yeah.
so confused.
but then I ended up going to the bathroom, nearly throwing up, which was very, and then cool.
which
Yeah.
was very cool.
Like the octopus.
And then when I try to go back, I try to go into an Indian restaurant that was right next door, but the door was locked. And then I realized the door was just right next to it. Do you
So-
remember that movie?
Yes.
Oh
And
my
so-
god.
Was this like a food court?
No, it was a
No,
restaurant.
it's a
So you
restaurant.
left the restaurant to go to an Indian
No,
restaurant.
so the way it's like an outlet, so they're
Yeah.
all connected.
Oh.
So the bathroom was on the outside, and they say go to the right. So he went too far right and went through the Indian restaurant door.
No, it was locked.
This looks like
So I'm just
oh,
sitting there
so-
knocking and shit because I thought I got locked out. I'm like, oh fuck. And then that's why I started panicking. And then everyone just walks through the other door. I'm like,
You're just like panicking at one door, and everyone's like, "Dude, just come in." And then everyone just walks out the opposite
Dude,
door.
just walk
I'm
forward.
pretty sure in the end, someone from the Indian restaurant just walked out and just looked at me like I was.
White.
Yeah.
Like you were Ed.
And this whole time you felt like you were gonna get sick.
No, well, I
I
because
think this
wait.
happened after he.
Oh,
no,
okay.
yeah, like when I went to go to the bathroom to spit it out. That's like
Oh,
when
then
got
it
everyone
came
lost
out.
in
started.
India.
Yes, everyone started to come up, but held it down. You know, I'm a strong boy.
Man,
Hold on
boys,
the house.
holding it down here.
Man's not a
We a
spitter.
real one.
Man's not a
You
spit.
don't spit around here.
No,
Around
so
these
wait, like,
parts.
how did it taste besides chewy?
How,
I didn't
wait,
get to the actual flavor.
Describe
I didn't
that.
get to the meat.
Plug your nose and hope.
wait, you didn't get to the meat?
No, like the inside. I didn't get to the inside. I just kept chewing on the skin.
Ew.
On the outside,
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Because it was that
Okay,
chewy.
well, I
You
mean,
know how to eat.
But before we move on, can we just acknowledge the fact that Reese just said that you can taste chewiness?
Wait, you did?
I mean,
He said, so did
I
it
didn't
taste
hear that.
anything but chewy?
no, I said, how did it taste besides chewy? You know? Because, like, that's all, you know, that's all
So
the description
chewy's
we
a-
got. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Flavor?
Like, should I try octopus?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I think. I
It-
think
Well,
you
not
should.
that
I
type
mean, I've
of
had it,
octopus.
just
just,
not like
just
that.
don't
Not
eat it.
that
For,
type.
just don't
Nathan,
chew on it for
you
15
literally
minutes.
get sick from
Wait,
fish.
so-
We're not gonna listen to you.
No, I don't. That was one
Already
time, and it
roasting.
was fish sticks.
It
when I was like
depends.
4.
Dude,
you don't
fish
like
sticks are
fish
intense.
because you don't like fish sticks.
No,
Nice.
I've tried it other times, and I just couldn't like. The
Again.
I feel
Shut
like
the fuck up.
Wait, so Nathan, like, was it like raw octopus?
Like,
Like-
he
Yeah, it
cooked
was
Well,
raw
he cooked
octopus.
it.
We cooked it in. It was boiling water with like a hotness or some shit.
With hotness.
I don't remember. what
It was
called.
warm
Do you
boiling
guys know how
water.
hot pot works?
No.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
like the melting pot?
It's
Yeah.
it's the Chinese place, and we all pick like what type of soup we're gonna have to like boil. It's gonna be boiled with that type of soup. Like it'd be like kimchi or Szechuan sauce. Like depending if the boil is like hot, spicy, or like really sweet.
Yeah.
And we all picked one of the hotter ones because those taste better. So you dip your meat inside the hot pot and then it cooks it and you eat it and then it
Yeah.
tastes like it along with the meat. It's really good.
It's
So yeah, you supposed to. He was supposed to dip the octopus in sauce before eating it, but he just like
You just plugged
Wait,
it in
was?
his mouth.
yeah. I mean, I like
He
I
still
like
doesn't
I like
know.
dipping it in sauce, but some people don't. But there's like a nice like chickeny type flavor when you
Just like everything
Eat it.
else.
Yeah, just like everything else.
So I mean, a little bit, also a little bit slimy, but there's like a different
It's
texture
slimy
when you eat it.
chicken.
But you're not supposed to be chewing on it for that long. You're just supposed to swallow
Yeah,
it.
it's not gum.
You
It's
you don't like you don't chew on octopus or squid for a while. You always just throw it down your mouth and eat it.
He had like
I just-
mold.
I just picture Nathan like,
that was basically me. It was. It was. I'm gonna be honest. It was like.
just like, no,
We
no,
all know
no.
what
it
that
was.
looked
It was
like.
pretty big.
But other people are just like, what?
So-
So there's just a weird noise.
Were you like holding on to it like kind of like a drumstick, just chewing on it like
No,
that?
It's like
I
a
had it
chicken
all in my
leg.
mouth.
Yeah. Was it like all in your mouth? or
Yeah,
were
it
you
was
just, like,
all in my
grabbing
mouth. Yeah, it was
Ew.
like it. I bet I would have liked it if I would actually
ate it.
What is
I
that?
just said something stupid.
I think Nathan might be afraid of the mic. Not gonna lie.
Has
So if he's really
stroke.
quiet, it's because he's
It's-
afraid of the mic.
It's
Yeah.
all his fault.
No, but like, if I actually probably got to like the middle, I might have actually liked it. But
No, you didn't
You
pay
got
attention to
some
what I
middle.
just said.
Shut-
You
You're
don't
not
chew it.
chewing through it. You just,
just
swallow
swallow
it.
it.
you see my throat? I can't take stuff.
Asian people
Here's
do
the
this, and it's even bigger squid. Like, that's nothing. You had a baby octopus. There's no way that would have been. There's no way that would have been stuck in your throat unless you're a fucking child.
I am a child.
And
Wait,
either
wait.
way, I'm certified in CPR, so I got
Wait,
you.
I am too.
But would
so I
you
could
have
have
actually
CPR'd
helped him?
myself.
You
You can CPR yourself.
Wait. So how big was the octopus?
It was like this. Oh, I
No, it
this
was pretty-
big.
it was-
it's
it
like
was-
so
it's
like
like
an inch and a
3
half?
inches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Three,
three?
3 by
3
3.
inches is like a little
3
bit
inches
like.
shows us an
How
inch.
about 2 inches? We'll give it 2 inches.
But then you like stretch out those tentacles.
It's a nice little, like,
I
No,
micro
you
penis.
swallow it. You don't stretch them out.
know,
That's the whole
I
point.
was just saying. Like,
Okay. But like, what? That's so weird.
But yeah, other people in Asia eat ones like a foot long, like
They
the
just
whole
shove down
tentacle.
the squid. a foot
No,
long.
they do. They do. Like they'll
Asians
throw
are
it down
wild.
their throat, and like sometimes they're alive when they eat them,
Oh,
so they'll
I've heard
like
of that.
start like hitting your mouth and like trying to like not die. So it's really entertaining.
There's,
You
like-
guys should really try it sometime. I'm telling you, go to Korea. It's eating food there was gonna be hilarious.
They just like wrap around your uvula and just like grab it on the way down.
Oh my
They
god.
tickle your
They
uvula.
kill you. You know, I think the weirdest food I've eaten is Taco Bell, because who knows what's in that
Dude,
meat.
Taco Bell's crazy, bro.
Who knows what's in
I
that
only
meat?
like this like the cinnamon
Is it-
bites, whatever. The
Is
fuck.
it real meat?
Have you guys heard about that like Nigerian place a few years ago that was selling human meat?
Yo, good for them. I guess that's good for us.
Good for them.
Wait, who are they killing?
Who's grandpa?
No, exactly. Like they don't know whose meat it was, but they
I mean,
sold
if
it to like 2,000 people.
If you
or
eat
something.
away with it,
Guys,
why not?
Dave, remember when we went to Taco Bell at like 12 a.m. and then I said, "Can I get a breakfast?"
You didn't even see it without laughing.
Okay, so we went to Taco Bell. We're all joking in the car through the drive-thru. Well, first we tried to go in, but it was closed because it was 12 a.m. And then we realized that we had to go through the drive-thru.
Oh my god.
And we were all deciding what we wanted. And so Dane has a thing where he yells at the people in the
Okay, I
drive-thru.
fixed that. Yeah, so I used to like, because I always was like, I'm pretty far away from this mic. Maybe they need help hearing me. So I just naturally would be like, can I have a burger? But I'm good now.
Yeah.
So Cameron thought it was funny right when I opened up the window to yell, can I have a breakfast burrito? Except like 10
No.
times louder.
And the poor lady is like, oh, we don't serve that until like 5 a.m. or whatever it was. Like,
No.
There was more to
I
it
didn't even
before
finish
that.
the. I didn't even finish
Yeah,
the
'cause
statement.
I put
screamed,
my hand
"Can
on
I
your
have a
mouth."
break?"
And then I shoved my hand in your mouth. I didn't want you to keep talking.
no, and then the worst part is then he said, get a better job. He yelled
Well,
that out the window.
No,
the
the
window
window was
was
closed.
closing.
What the
Oh, was it?
fuck?
The window, I was closing the window.
But she was like complaining about the job.
No, she just
Wait.
sounded sassy.
Yeah, no,
She just sounded like she didn't want to be there, and he was just like,
Omega, get a better
yeah.
job.
I was like, imagine working at Taco Bell, and he's like, yeah, Omega, just get a better job. And I was like, Cameron,
Like, loud enough
Nah.
for her to hear at least.
don't do that.
Like, it was so rude, but like, we got
So
our tacos
funny.
and stuff.
That's funny.
Who knows if they were spat on, but it's okay.
That's how people talk to us at the movie theater. Why do you work here?
True.
By the way, like 4 of the people here work at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I
brother.
don't. I'm the only one that doesn't.
Yeah, he gets paid twice
You know
as
what
much as we do.
So you know what happened today at work, Marvin?
Why are you only addressing me?
Because you went well. No, no.
We
You
also-
know, you know what would happen if you put your face closer to the microphone? People
Um,
could hear you.
Do I get a bigger head?
What are you talking about? Just continue with your story, you head ass.
Okay, what happened at work,
It's a
man?
grab.
So, you know, I went to. Jason told me to go to one of our
Who's
managers.
Jason? Okay.
They're like, go check these seats and make sure they're working. So I went to go check them. They weren't working. And then I accidentally tipped over this little girl's popcorn. So I felt very bad. And so I went to go get more popcorn for them. I come back, and they were mad.
What?
I mean, they
Wow,
were.
what a
They, no,
story.
they were actually like, they're like, oh, there's like, why isn't the seat working? They're like, just give me the popcorn. I'm just like,
We didn't know about this either. You never told us this.
Yeah, no one knew
Oh,
about
yeah.
this. It's kind of irrelevant.
yeah,
I
but
don't know
then,
what
I
you're
also
talking
went,
about.
and then like literally right after that, I had to go fix another seat that wasn't reclining,
What
and what?
I thought
Okay.
you-
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
And so, I go back. I'm talking to them. They're like, "What's wrong?" They go, "The seat isn't reclining." So I go, "Okay, it's probably not plugged in." It was plugged in. I walk up.
So anticlimactic. It's probably not plugged in.
Sorry,
It
your
was
seat
plugged
works.
It was literally. It was plugged in. I clicked the button and it worked perfectly fine.
So they
and
just
then-
wasted your time.
Yeah, basically, and then they still got mad at me because it wasn't working throughout the movie. But
Honestly-
literally, they just wanted free stuff.
I think I'm at fault for a lot of the reasons why our seats don't work at times. Because I always unplug the shit. I always unplug
I thought you were
the
going to talk
seats.
about getting cheese all over Emily.
What?
Oh, it wasn't okay. You know, it was all over. Arm.
Emily
Wait,
Wall or
wait, yeah, which Emily? The cool
What is
the
Emily?
cool one.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Open the cheese. I sort of messed up. I said, "Can you do this
Sorta.
while I hop on my drawer?" She goes, "Okay."
And he pretty much dropped the cheese on her and it went everywhere.
No, it wasn't even that much. That
It
was
was.
Marvin who dropped most of the cheese today.
Can we talk?
Dropping the cheese.
It barely.
Can
it
we
barely
tell
even
them,
went
like,
anywhere,
What is
bro.
the cheese?
What is the cheese?
I've never
Okay,
understood this.
so at the theater when we have these
Bags of nacho
yeah,
cheese.
bags of nacho cheese that we put in a cheese dispenser, and
For nachos.
pretzel bites.
And pretzel bites.
And
other things.
And fries,
And fries.
and whatever you want
Okay,
nacho
so-
cheese. For.
Okay, so obviously they run out, and there's like only a little bit in a bag, so you have to take it out, unscrew like the pump, the nozzle thing, and then replace it. You know, put it back on another bag, and pretty much a lot of people end up messing it up somehow. Like I've done it, Marvin's done it.
These
Nathan's
new
done
ones with we got new nacho machines, and you actually need to click them in as well.
What you do?
That's
yeah,
why
you
every time
push
I
it.
do it.
You push them in
Yeah,
a
when
little
you
bit more. You can't just screw it on. You need to push it in.
so when you put the bag in and you put the bags of cheese in and then you put your weight on it,
That's probably
you
why.
need to like there's a little hole that the nozzle comes out of, and you just need to kind of push it back a little, like down
Mhm.
and back a little bit, so it like clicks, and then it's like locked in place more. The
Okay,
nozzle.
so how do you spill the cheese all over
So
someone else?
it's more or less if you can spill the cheese when you're
Holding it.
switching the nozzles from one bag to another bag, because you need to undo the nozzle from one cheese bag
it, like,
and then put it on
shoots out or
another
something.
one. Yeah, so if you don't have it in and you set it in there, it can like break open
Oh, I see.
and the cheese goes everywhere. So,
Or you could just hold it,
Okay.
or you could just hold it and be Ed.
Okay,
like
drop the
me,
cheese.
and
Okay.
just
Drop
drop it and then let it explode.
Yeah,
Now-
that's
now
another
I get
person.
it.
Yeah.
That was.
Can we talk about the soap dispensers at our school?
oh,
Oh,
no.
Nate,
So-
not Nathan.
like-
Well-
Mark.
Nah.
Okay.
But
Jesus,
yeah, at our school, the soap dispensers, so they're like regular soap dispensers. I think in every school, you know, you just tap on the bottom of it, soap comes out.
And they're
But
plastic.
turns out, they're really easy to open. As in, you don't need a key.
How
You
would
just
know
grab
this?
it and pull, and you open it. So some kids were like, "Okay, you know what a smart idea would be?
Throw 'em
How
in
about
the-
we just piss inside one of the soap dispensers?"
And then chuck them at each other.
So someone pissed in the soap. I did not do that. Someone pissed in the soap dispenser, and
That'd be funny.
they put it back. And some kid went to go get soap, and all the piss went in his hand.
Yeah, so like
I'd
I
be
heard about
pissed.
this when I was in gym, and like someone told me this, and like my first reaction is like, why the hell would someone do that? And then I kind of found it funny, but then I went to like our bathrooms that are like the more popular bathrooms,
Then you really-
and they changed the soap dispensers to these metal boxes.
That's
that
they're
you can't
welded shut
open.
and locked.
Yeah, they're locked with a padlock.
Yeah, and for the longest time, I wouldn't use those bathrooms because I thought it was just like a box, and I didn't know that there was like anything under there. So I would just like not go to those bathrooms because washing your hands is
Important.
So,
So, like,
Hygiene, of course.
The anti-pee boxes arrived, and I guess the issue's solved, at least in those bathrooms. So
Okay, but going back, to the stories at work. Marvin, can we talk about how you dropped a bag of popcorn kernels and it blew up?
Oh, well, I just had the bag, and then I had the bag, and then I just dropped it down, and usually it's okay, but this time it just broke open. That was it. Like, it wasn't even, like, that big of a problem. The bag of popcorn kernels just broke open.
Yeah, I've definitely had
That was
one
it.
where I was literally carrying it to the seed thing,
What?
and it literally just broke on me randomly.
Interesting.
Okay, now Nathan, let's talk about your experience of popcorn kernels today at work.
Yeah, that
Oh my
was
gosh.
not fun.
Oh, what did you do?
Okay, well, do you want me to tell it?
You
from my
can
point
you
of
can
view?
start. Yeah.
Okay, so we were running low on popcorn kernel bags and concessions. So me and Nathan are like, all right, let's go restock these. So we get like one load and we bring it back and unload it. Then we come back and we start loading them up, and then the tower of so we have like multiple towers of bags of popcorn kernels. So probably like 8 feet tall,
Yeah.
8 to 10 feet tall, and they start tipping.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
that's what
they-
happened. I looked when I was leaving.
Yeah.
I walked past it and I literally looked at it and said aloud, "What Eds did this?" I looked at it, I literally scratched my head, said that, and walked away.
So pretty much, the people that like opened the shipment and actually unloaded them and like stacked them did a really bad job because they're all slanted. So once we started to remove them, they started to tip over on Nathan. It's like holding him up for dear life.
Like it just like at first it wasn't even that hard, and then all the other ones just kept falling and falling, and then it just all collapsed.
Imagine.
It hit the back of my head, and I'm lucky I'm still alive today.
What if he like got seriously injured by that? The doctor's
would-
like, so how'd this happen? He's like, dude, some popcorn fell on me. I don't know what's
Hey,
happening.
you're
dude."
definitely getting some money from that, though.
True.
That
This
ass.
more got crushed by like 100 pounds
Well,
of
like,
it was.
popcorn kernels.
Well, you should
Gets
Tim,
hurt
if you
from
were
it.
still there when I was holding it up, I was like moving my feet and shit. I was like trying to do all the best I
And-
can. I'm like, I'm small as shit. It's gonna fall no
Yeah,
matter
and
what.
let it be known, this man weighs like 130 pounds, so that popcorn probably weighed more than him.
It weighed 3 times
That,
more
like,
than me.
his adrenaline was the only thing letting him survive.
Yeah,
When I-
literally.
when I-
into a crockhead.
Yeah.
When I left him to go get someone, he was like, his back was literally like a bridge. He was like arching backwards, holding it up, like about to get
Dude.
crushed.
That's so great.
I just
the way we do stuff at the movie theater
It's
is
so
dangerous as
sketch,
shit.
yeah, it's-
Yeah.
Like the way we stack our boxes so high,
Yep.
you can die. Like me and Tom are hitting down the boxes because when we get a new shipments, they're like up 20 feet.
Yeah,
these
that
huge
yeah,
we
boxes.
so
one of us almost
dangerous.
died today because we had
And
to get down a
we were
large
trying to
tub.
get the boxes down, and then 3 of them fell down, so we all ran so fast. And dude, Tom didn't get out fast enough, but his life was saved because there's a gate. If that gate wasn't
Oh,
there,
the
I don't think
gate.
Tom would be with us today.
I
He'd
just
definitely be dead.
I just love the fact that I was leaving work, I saw all the popcorn tipped, and I just stood there and was like, which one of the Eds did this? And it was Nathan.
I'm just saying, because you went to go get a manager, right, Cam?
Yeah, and then the manager looked at me like I was crazy because I was like, Nathan's getting crushed by popcorn kernels right now.
Which manager?
Anyone would.
Abby,
Oh no.
she's like, okay, maybe Rain can help you. So
and Rain is like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
So
like-
that wouldn't do anything. You'd just get crushed more.
No, but like,
and she was disappointed because she was expecting to come over to Nathan under piles of popcorn kernels.
yeah, she was disappointed. Which,
She wanted
wow.
him dead.
Wait,
Yeah.
so was there a mess or?
No,
No.
nothing
Well-
exploded. It was
well,
all
we're
still on
not
like
sure.
that rack.
I'll
There were
explain.
some popcorn kernels that were out that I don't know if were already out at like the bottom.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
probably already
But-
out then.
No, because like hopefully like the closing usher, because that's what the manager said. They were gonna have the closing usher fix it, which is low-key
We-
hella petty.
We just come back to work tomorrow. and
Yeah,
it's so
if we
bad.
come back to work tomorrow
I'm
and
gonna
like
die.
Cam gets in trouble or something,
Well, that's the
would
reason we
Cam
wanted the
get in trouble?
manager.
because he was there as well, and he was
guys.
so he would we would both get in trouble then.
On a
so.
scale from like 1 to 10, if the FDA came and inspected the movie theater, how messed up would it be?
Oh,
Oh,
it wouldn't.
No,
It
it's
wouldn't.
the
Oh, really?
So we make it sound like the movie theater's a mess, which it is,
it is.
but it's
It's an organized.
yeah,
mess.
it's still
Definitely not
pretty
breaking
clean.
any codes.
That's
No,
a good.
it's
like,
still
way to
really,
put it,
like-
Ken.
If anyone's breaking codes, it's the workers.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yep.
break so many.
We
codes.
fuck up so many times.
Yeah.
Like we have, so we
That's
have
some
like
major
we have our
lawsuits.
breaker in the back of the stands, like right behind
What
the
does that
concession
do?
stands, and like we used to put stuff there all the
What?
time, but that's dangerous as hell.
No, but
Like the box.
So before you guys started working there, we actually had a cotton candy machine right there, next
Right
to
in
the
front of the
breaker.
breaker?
Yes, next to the breaker.
Oh, you guys are smart.
But then we moved that. But now we have tape around the breaker. It says nothing in the tape, but we still
Yeah,
put
we still
stuff
put
there.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
we put
me-
stuff today, and then Mickey,
What?
of course, Mickey, another manager, comes by and
It's-
says, "You can't put that there."
Wait,
Well,
wait,
dog,
wait,
why the
wait.
fuck would you guys
Wait,
put stuff
let's-
there?
let's-
What do you
so
mean
many
by
boxes.
tape?
Yeah, let's back.
I warned
Hey,
everyone.
Eds, be
What's
quiet.
up with tape?
Let's back up here because
so
we know what we're talking about, but Reese
Pretty-
doesn't.
And
so-
no one else does.
so
Yeah,
pretty much we have the breakers, right, which controls all the electricity in the building. If you turn off all the breakers, it just goes dark, and like that that area needs to be like accessible no matter what. Like there can't be interferences with it. Like they can't have any troubles opening the doors to get into it. So we have like a little box taped off with like black and yellow caution tape almost.
Yeah.
It's
About-
like duct tape and it's just on the
Oh,
ground.
it comes out about 2 feet on the ground.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
4 to 5 feet wide.
Yeah, so
And
it's
it's
just,
just like-
on the ground saying, "You Eds should not put stuff."
So this
here."
is in like the back of the movie theater.
No,
It's
No.
so it's
behind
right
the
behind the
concession
stands.
concession
Oh,
stands.
okay.
Yeah.
We have a little area there, and this, I mean, like I could see why we're putting stuff there because behind the stands is a door right next to the breakers that leads into the kitchen.
Kitchen.
So it's like, and then the cotton candy room's right there. So it's just easy to like bring the cotton candy there, and then
Speaking of cotton candy, I'm sorry, I put a very big mess of boxes in there.
I
Oh.
don't fucking care.
who was working on Saturday when the light blew up?
Oh, I was.
I was at a movie.
I was working.
That was-
So at the
lit.
movie theater, was it Saturday?
It was
It was
last
Saturday.
Saturday.
On the movie theater last Saturday. On the movie theater? In the movie theater last Saturday, I was working, and it was like, it wasn't very busy, but it was just like a regular mediocre day. And we were just doing whatever, and then we saw, you know, a fire truck outside, and we're like, oh, I really want to see what's going on out there. So I was like, hey, Nicholas, I'll be right back. I'll go check to see what's going on. Then I start walking towards, I'm about to leave the stands, and then I see Tim. He's the biggest manager, like, at the movie theater. And I saw him, I'm
In
like,
terms
oh,
of
shit.
size or what?
no,
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 he's,
no,
the,
like-
he's the most important manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't leave my position and go see what's going on. And then Kaylee came up to the stands and she was like, guys, we're having a lockdown.
A lockdown evacuation.
Guys, we're having an evacuation. We need to go.
They keep
And
you
then
in.
we were like, Nicholas was in the middle of serving his popcorn. He was like, can I finish serving this dude's popcorn? And then she told the guest too. He was like, "Can I get my popcorn, please?" I was like, it just made me remember like the fucking meme. Can I get a waffle when they were fighting at the Waffle House? Did you see that?
Yeah.
It was-
Oh,
it
that's
was
so
a
good.
Funny fucking meme. So yeah. Then we had to like go into the movie theater and evacuate everyone, and we have ultra screens, and that there's like 100+ people in that bitch. Like, what am I supposed to do? We have to go to each seat and tell everyone to leave. And then it looked like the immigration caravan. It was so disgusting. I've never seen so many people going out of one place in my life. It took 20 minutes for everyone to leave. And then 5 minutes later, everyone came back inside. So it was really big depression.
I'm just happy my movie just finished. Then I had to. Then I had
That's
to like.
fucking facts.
Yeah. Then I had to like. I get out and like 2 of the managers come up to me saying, "Nathan, can you come help and like finish clearing out all the theaters?" And then we go into Auditorium 11, where there was a play that was playing. I don't know how else I would have worded
Yeah,
that.
I don't.
But-
But there's like this movie called Gone with the Wind. It's like 4 hours long. It's the longest
Is that what
movie
was
I've seen in
playing
my
that
life.
day?
Yeah. So in Gone with the Wind, it has like intermissions for like a couple minutes, so people like go back.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's
they
what it was.
they were gone for like. We walked in there, and Gone with the Wind is like a movie from like the 1950s. So only old people went to go see that movie. So like mostly everyone's evacuated. We were like, wait,
You're like,
did anyone
moving
go
around.
into 11 House? They were like, wait,
Yeah.
no one went in there. So there was a whole theater that no one went to go evacuate. So we're like, oh shit, maybe we should do that.
Yeah,
So we go in there and we look up. I wasn't expecting to see a whole bunch of fucking old people. No offense to old people, but like, damn, you're slow as shit, bro. We're evacuating.
They're like, hurry up, grandma.
Dude, we
Like,
had to help people up and shit.
And
Everyone was like walking really slowly and laughing. I was like, guys,
Literally
What the fuck?
every time we told them like we're evacuating, they're like, "Why? We want to watch a movie."
I mean,
We're like-
would you not ask the same questions?
I mean,
I mean,
if you don't know what's going on, yeah,
I literally
I'd
like
rather get
literally
out.
when it was like a Maya or something that came up to us like
One
we're
of our
getting,
coworkers.
yeah, one of our she comes up and says we're being evacuated. My mom just looks and she goes, "What?" And I just go,
You don't say anything?
He just leaves.
and I just go, "Mom, we're being evacuated. Don't ask questions." And I just
Mom, we're being evacuated. Don't ask questions.
Wait, so like, in a real situation, would you have went back for the old people?
No, I'd have left them.
honestly,
Well, I
it-
mean, it was a real
it
situation.
depends on what type
I
of
mean,
situation. If it was a
that's
fire,
if it was
I'm
a fire, I
going-
would have.
going back to old people, but like,
Do they not have fire alarms?
We have another. We do.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
there's
It
an
wasn't like
there's an exit in that theater, but we
It was just
didn't
outside.
use it.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it was an active shooter or something, I'm out that
And-
bitch.
oh yeah,
I'm fighting the
so
shooter.
a few of our technical exits in quotes they don't open, but we actually have secret ducts to the outside that open, and like no one knows about it, but it's really fucking cool.
Wait,
You
secret
you
what?
go underneath the screen and then it leads to the outside.
Wait, so
really?
you're telling
Mhm.
me some of our exit doors don't, you know?
Yes.
Pretty sure that's.
I don't want to
fine.
know this.
That's
I don't want to
against
know this.
9's exit door doesn't work.
Okay.
That's the one
okay,
I know.
okay.
But the other ones do.
That's kind of scary.
I think,
Okay. Anyways,
but some of them like aren't like exits though. It's like
Okay.
an
Some
exit
lead to
into another
halls.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
they lead to hallways.
so
And then those lead outside.
And
Yeah.
those hallways, dude, the echo, the reverb.
Mom, we need to go there sometime. 'Cause I
Yeah.
haven't
What? Why do you want to go into a hallway with me?
That's empty with no one else in there.
What in the goddamn fuck? I don't want to go into a hallway with you, sir.
all right. So what I'm thinking is maybe we
What?
move to something else. I don't know.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. So maybe we could talk about.
Maybe we could talk about.
I don't know.
Maybe we could talk about. I don't know. Sorry.
What are
I
you
just-
doing?
Don't we have some topics?
Yeah.
yeah.
we do.
What the fuck?
So
What?
Oh, I'm just trying to think. How big do we want to go right now?
Yeah.
Do we want to go
Let's all out, bro.
all out?
Smack him in the mouth with it.
Okay. Well,
Smack
I
him
don't
in the
know
mouth with
how
that
you
topic.
two are gonna relate to this.
Oh,
thing.
I'll
talk
be,
about it.
I'll be fine.
You two is in Nathan and Cameron.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have any opinions on this, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper than a theater catching a fire
For 30 minutes.
and not even on fire. How do we feel about where I guess we could say like marijuana and just other things that have been big in the news lately, like Juuls and vapes? What do we think, and like where do we think those should be going?
I like that transition though. You're like, okay, guys, let's talk about drugs now. You're like, we go from work. Let's talk about drugs.
Why not spice it up, right?
Spice, like K2. Anyway,
Oh.
but like,
Okay.
no, don't do that. Don't do that. If
GHB.
you're gonna do anything, don't. But like what I think of it is like, with marijuana, I think it should be legal, but I do think it should be like heavily regulated. I don't think teenagers should be able to get it, even if they're depressed. Because like, I mean, yes, it helps with depression, but it also can damage your mind if you do it too young, and it also, and it affects. Like this is science. Like, it affects like how much dopamine your brain produces naturally. It can decrease that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like we can avoid the adverse effects as long as we like do it correctly. And with juuling, I don't know. I don't think it's as big of an issue as the news makes it out to be.
Yeah, it's definitely not as big of an issue as it should be. But obviously it definitely is important because teens are putting nicotine and other chemicals in their bodies that they shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely not the worst thing they can be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look into it, like, there's a lot of science going into the whole juuling stuff, and there's new terrible shit found out about, like vapes every single fucking day. There's always some new type of disease that these cause. It's so dumb.
But is that actually true though, or is it just stuff that
Well-
that like they might put in a few? Just
Yeah.
to kind of
Just to-
scare
yeah,
the,
just to
to
scare
scare the
Well,
masses.
the other thing is they don't know the long-term effects of it.
Yeah, that's
Because it hasn't been like popular long enough to the point where they have any past experiences
And,
of
yeah.
someone that
Juuling.
jeweled for a long time.
Yeah.
any like there's no like conclusive studies that can finally say like yes, this causes
This-
this type of
yeah.
disease. So I mean, I do think it's a lot of gray area, but I do think
So pretty much
you know,
the research they're relying on is things that jewels have in similarity with other things that cause certain diseases,
Yeah,
and they're saying that it'll have a chance of causing this just due to the fact that like
it's similar. in
it,
some ways.
yeah, like it can cause cancer because cigarettes can cause cancer, that stuff.
But the thing is, like, especially with jewels, there's so many things that aren't in jewels that are in, just like cigarettes.
Oh,
So, can we rely on that information?
I don't know. Like I hate when like not even just teachers, but people in general, when they conflate cigarettes to juuling.
Yep.
Yes, they have the same like addictive chemical, but they're nowhere near the same. And it's just probably the most like uneducated thing to compare them at all.
Yeah. And then with what you were saying about like marijuana, I definitely think it should be legal because it's just safer because people are gonna do it anyways, whether or not it's legal. So why not obviously put an age limit on it and then make it so people can rely on where they're getting it from, make sure it's safe, and
Oh, yeah.
not have to worry about that. And then plus they can get it for what they think they need it for.
What about meth and like hard drugs?
Well,
Should that be legal?
Methamphetamine.
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
like
those
No.
can quite literally kill you.
Yeah.
Correct.
yeah, no. Like
Like-
part of me is like, hey, yo, do whatever you want. Like fucking do your drugs and kill yourself if that's what you're doing. But
Yeah.
then another part of me is like, wait, that's like a public safety thing. Public safety concern.
That was so loud.
Rip,
Okay.
rip the viewers.
Rip audio.
Rip audio. Rest in peace.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like part of me is like, yeah, sure, let him go do these hard drugs, like fucking die if that's what you're choosing. But then it's also like, it's a public safety thing because if some meth dude fucking like stabs me in the neck when I'm at BP getting gas, it's also, you know, it should be illegal.
Yeah. I mean, and especially with like meth and coke, obviously. Cameron, what are you doing? Okay. Anyways, they obviously like make you feel a certain way, which during that time is good, but afterwards, like you're not gonna feel good, and it's gonna destroy your body ultimately. So it's like they definitely should stay legal because
and-
we don't need people killing themselves with meth and coke. But I do believe that weed should be legal because it can be a very useful thing for some people, and it can just be
If used correctly.
yeah, of course, if used correctly, and it could just be a time, even if you don't have high anxiety or something, just to chill out with some friends. As long as you're in a safe environment, it could just be fun for some people. So just recreational use, I guess, because it's not like dangerous unless
Unless you make it
yeah,
dangerous.
unless
Yeah.
you make it dangerous.
Don't
Add-
start chewing your weed, please.
Add other chemicals.
Well,
No, like the only thing that like would suck about legalizing marijuana completely is stoners. Like stoners are some of the most annoying people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
they
mean,
definitely can be.
because like, not throwing shots at like anyone that like anyone, but a lot of stoners think that they know everything about a drug, but they're really just denying the negative parts of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people say like, oh, you can't get addicted to pot, but like
mentally
you can.
Yeah.
You can depend on it mentally, not like physiologically, but mentally you can, and that's still an addiction.
Yeah, in which there are studies to back that up because, yeah, like they said, there's no nicotine or any addictive substance in it. But after a while, your mind, you like it.
You adapt
and,
to it.
Yeah, and you feel like you need it because it makes you feel a certain way.
Mhm.
the thing about it is if they do make it legal though, they're gonna set the same restrictions that they have on alcohol, like age
That's
limit
so-
and like. You can't be high in public and like public
Which-
intoxication.
how it
you
is,
get
yeah.
tickets
Yeah,
for
that's-
and stuff.
That's fine. I mean, you should be doing
And you
it
can't drive
in
and stuff.
in certain places in a safe environment. You shouldn't be like out high on the street. But like if it's late at night, you're going to Walmart or something, like just chilling in there. That's fine. But don't be like in the middle of the day and the Capitol like acting like an idiot.
Don't
Yeah.
smoke and drive.
Yeah.
It's gonna have the like.
I mean, you can say it's not like gonna mess you up and you can deal with it. But your vision is impaired and you are
your
not
judgment
thinking the
too.
best.
Yeah.
So
Using the same excuse people do when they drink and drive.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, I've done it before. It's like, well, before you still could have died the same amount of times
Yeah.
as
And
now.
you're still gonna get in trouble.
And
Yeah.
once again, I am not against it. I'm for it being legal, and I have nothing, like no problem with people doing it. It just I think people need to think more deep into it.
So like, I have a question for you guys. Like, you know how so many people are in prison because of marijuana? What do you think would happen with that if we legalized it? Do you think they just
They're gonna stay in
You know.
prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Because
matter
the charges
because
at that time.
yeah, even
Oh,
if
I
you
suppose.
if you break a law, even if the law does change,
Yeah,
that's
you-
after the fact. You
Yeah,
still knew the law was a thing and did the crime.
Yeah.
So
that's-
either way, it doesn't matter.
You did the crime, you do the time.
But like,
Do the Heim.
this is an interesting, this is an interesting thing. It's like, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
shoot.
Never mind.
Don't shoot.
Whoa.
Oh.
Shut up.
I definitely know people that have gotten in trouble for marijuana, like my dad has, and even if they do drop it, like my dad made the mistake, so he should be held accountable for that, and that should
That's
still
true.
be on his record.
Yeah. For sure.
So I
I'm
definitely think if you made that mistake to break a law, then no matter what, even if the law does change later, you're still in
Accountable.
accordance to what the laws used to be.
True. I remember what I was gonna say though. So like, if I do think though that no matter what the charge is with marijuana, unless it kills someone, and you like deal it to them, I think no matter what it is, it should be decriminalized. Like you shouldn't go to jail for that at all. Like I think that's just a horrible way of treating it. So
Facts.
Yeah.
I like it. I can like it. So if weed were to be illegal, marijuana, what age should it be set at?
I mean, I think we need to do more studies on how it affects
Yeah.
your brain. But right now, what I've seen is because your brain fully stops developing at like 26.
Well, that's.
I mean,
Is,
that's
that
harder
only
than-
for males or is it for both males and females?
It's
I mean,
different for
it's
each.
Yeah.
I think
So-
for females it's 24 and males
Don't
it's
mean
26.
to make anyone mad, but females and males are biologically different
Yeah.
inherently.
That's
So-
a big thing on this podcast. We all know that. But like, no, but like, I do think then it would raise some questions about the age of alcohol because that also affects your brain.
Yeah.
In worse
So-
ways too.
Yeah, worse ways. I think most people would agree that alcohol is worse than pot these days.
course.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because
100%.
you realize alcohol. I mean, first off, it destroys your liver,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think we want that. I
Pretty
don't
much
know.
messes everything up.
Yeah,
Practically.
and where weed, I mean, obviously, if you're too young for it and do it a lot, it can mess up. Just
Your
like
memory,
yeah, it can mess up things in your head.
learning.
But if you're doing it while you're pretty much fully developed and you're not doing it every single day, it's not going to affect you how alcohol would.
Drink in
Or-
moderation.
And
Yeah.
like the good thing about if it was legalized, we could get more studies and more information about it, because then the laws that we already have would change to be more, more like inclusive of the science behind it.
Yeah, which is definitely important. So we just all-
we all
we
just
just
stared
all
at
looked at
camera.
camera.
That was hilarious.
but
Okay, so what age can we
Well,
can we
okay.
get,
Since,
can we go
since
around the
male
circle?
Since male is 26, female is 24, around there. I just say we split it even, go
25.
25. Cause
I think,
but that means I
they
feel
also
like they
do
would actually
develop
have
at
to
different
change
rates.
the alcohol
Yeah.
age
Yeah,
to 25
but
as
we
well.
also have to realize not
Yeah.
everybody develops exactly then.
Yeah.
Some people
Like
can
me.
develop specific, some people could be developed by like 19 or 20. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
there's still be a little bit of growth, but they could be pretty much fully developed by then.
And
So
even if we do think that we should, I don't
Yeah.
think it should be that late. I think it should be around 18 because a lot of
I think
people
it's,
get very mad and they'd want to have the drinking age changed, and that's drinking age isn't getting changed
It should
because drinking gets a lot of states a lot of money, like Wisconsin, and we are not. That's why we have laws like if you're 16 or whatever, you can drink with your parents. That's why we
Yeah.
have laws like that because our state isn't giving up that huge moneymaker. So
Yeah, I agree. It should be maybe like 18 or 19.
Yep.
Cameron, are you okay?
Cameron is a big boy dying here.
Sister sleep.
Ow.
I hit him with a wallet.
Why my wallet?
Cause
Oop.
it's,
Yo, take his Applebee's gift card. Currently takes. Oh, hey.
take it.
Cameron threw the wallet to me. Epic gamer moment. Okay,
Yo, can
so
you-
how about we drop the drug conversation?
Talk about sex.
What other?
something you're not experienced with.
Zach,
So.
Cam-
Oh
can I do-
God.
Okay, I'm getting robbed out in this bitch. Right
Okay, so
now. Oh, shit.
what else do we have on
Hey.
our menu here?
Hey,
Good
It's
qualities in a person.
Good qualities in a person.
so this
Give me
is
your-
this.
My fucking.
All right, don't make me stop both
Yeah,
of you.
please. I want my stuff.
What's happening?
He took my
Cameron's-
ID and shit. When I have
Cameron's
my
got
ID.
his visa.
What?
Okay, so we're talking about good qualities in a
Virgin.
person.
Oh, cool.
We're trying to
Do
a
you have
podcast.
anything, Reese?
Oh, good qualities.
Yeah.
Definitely,
What do you
probably
think?
the best thing that I can see is like
Definitely
loyalty.
drugs.
Oh, drugs. Yeah. Speaking of drugs, like this is the last topic, right? But my friend, who's high right now, just texted me saying, "Big nose," in 3 separate texts.
I already
Big
know who this
nose,
is.
Jew, and dollar.
Yep, I already know who this is.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to
wait.
say.
So-
There's only one person that does that kind of language when they're high.
The
And sends
one.
it to you
Only one
in the
person.
morning.
No, yeah.
Alright,
So
anyways.
anyway, yeah, I think loyalty is the best quality in a friend for me,
Hell yeah.
because like that goes along with trust and all that stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with loyalty because, I mean, that's like a huge thing with me. That's kind of why we created our main friend group is because we trust each other, and I mean, we can pretty much tell each other anything, and we can hang out with each other. We're just loyal.
Except for
Yeah.
my uneasy desire to kill all of you.
What?
I mean,
Damn,
I have
Marvin.
I have that same desire too, but I'm still
Especially
loyal
for-
to you guys.
especially
Wait, do
towards
we all
me.
feel this way?
See,
I
that's why we're
don't.
such good
I'm
friends.
scared.
Let's
you
have
ever
a-
just want to
let's have a
murder your friends
Panther-
and stuff them?
Let's have a Panthers podcast battle royale
Who would-
over the
wow.
podcast
Who would
live.
win?
Oh my.
Definitely not me.
That's
I mean,
why
it
it's
depends on what we're
Panthers.
doing, like,
Viewers.
If we're shooting guns or if we're going
Oh, yeah.
knives or
Okay.
just
Knives
brawling.
only.
I think we should
I feel we
just
just
brawl.
brawl.
Oh well,
Turn
it's
on
been an
God
honor.
mode.
Me and
Alliances?
Reese is,
Can we play
Can we
factions?
team up? Yeah.
Can I eat a golden
okay,
apple
so
first?
it'd be me and Reese versus you, Mitch, and Nathan. Or
I'm
Nathan.
gonna-
Mitch isn't in the
I'm
podcast.
gonna
Cameron.
potch a notch apple. I'm definitely gonna get a notch apple.
Notch
It's over.
apple.
Yeah.
LOL, notch apple.
Makes golden carrots. Okay, but yeah, good qualities in person. Loyalty.
Loyalty.
That's definitely
Main
up
one.
there.
Definitely
Yeah.
can deal with my sense of humor.
I like it.
Because
Yeah,
we're
funny
pretty dark.
people.
We're dark.
Yes,
humored
we
people.
love dark humor.
That's
Dark humor is
the only
hilarious.
kind of humor.
Of course it is. That's the only thing we like here. So if if a person is funny, that's definitely one of the most
That's
like
also-
important things
that's, yeah,
that
that's
I
also
have
very
up there.
important.
And like being adventurous, people that are adventurous, like I love everyone in our friend group because we like to do stuff and like adventure out and try new things.
Like spontaneous
Yeah.
adventures.
And
Those are
we
the
all
best.
do so much stuff. Like we
We
all
do.
do different things like photographers, wrestlers, gym bros, receiving
I knew you
boys,
were gonna say. I literally
designers.
knew you were gonna say
Yeah,
that.
we got.
Call
We all-
of Duty
we're pretty
nerds.
talented here.
The cool thing is we all respect each other with what we do. I mean, yeah, we'll throw like little jokes at each other, like
Cam.
Get
yeah,
on your
especially
My
yeah,
life is a joke.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, you think yours is a joke? What about mine then?
True. Imagine having a receding hairline.
15 or whatever.
And
But-
gay moms.
But overall,
That's
Hey.
deep.
Overall, what?
overall, we're all good at different things. Some better than others at what they do.
I'm good at no,
Um,
nothing.
But we respect each other, and we try to kind of learn a little bit about it. I feel like
I learned how to like
Yeah.
click a button
So-
and it takes a photo.
it's
I mean, that's pretty easy nowadays.
That
Nowadays,
was-
you don't even need a camera.
But-
you
but
just
That was
have
the-
not
phones.
smart.
but there definitely is more things to it.
Yeah.
photo taking.
Respect.
But it's cool that we all have our own things and we're all pretty different. So, but yeah, we still are
Very diverse.
friends.
Okay,
And we're all different colored.
back
that's
to
not
what you
true.
just said. Cameras, you just have phones.
Oh no, he's gonna.
Cameron
Cameras.
goes in.
We started.
Overrule phones.
Yeah, they do.
No matter
I mean, think
how
about
much
the
you
uses.
no matter how much you update a phone's camera, like the top notch.
Sorry, the what?
God, an argument gets ruined whenever you stutter. Top notch camera is gonna improve just as much.
Was
There's
it a
so many.
stutter or
Does
stroke?
it make stuff bigger?
There's so many features that a camera has that you can't do on a phone. Like you can't change.
Call on a camera.
That's why you have a phone and a camera.
Exactly.
Okay, but what's
I don't
like?
think it's that deep.
Obviously,
Yeah, it's not.
obviously, there's more things you can do on a camera, but for
In terms
the,
of camera stuff.
but for the everyday person, a phone, especially the phones we have now, they take pretty decent
That's
pictures
enough,
for
yeah.
what we need.
Yeah, if I
We don't-
compare like which one would I rather have on me, a phone or a camera?
Yeah, it's
I'm definitely having a phone.
because it's
Yeah.
more portable and
You have-
it takes good enough pictures.
Like,
for us.
If you're a journalist, okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
and-
gonna put this out there. Like, if you're a journalist and you're in a different country, you probably would want a phone to use your phone other than the camera
Yeah.
because you would like to be more of like an incognito in air quotes.
If you're in India and you're using like some broke
Oh my-
Samsung phone,
Wait, okay, I
No.
don't want to like take away from this conversation,
Oh,
but we
boy.
did from the good qualities one. Do you guys know about India and Pakistan?
Oh yeah.
That is so interesting. I want to talk about stuff like that.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
right.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk
So
about it.
India and Pakistan are flaunting their nuclear devices and are a couple pushes away from nuking each other.
Okay, then we'll just come in as the U.S. and send about
Yeah,
a couple hundred
but
more
can
of
we
them.
do that though?
Yeah, we're the U.S.
I
Who
mean,
would,
why-
who would
why
we
would
side
we?
with?
Yeah,
Just-
why would
just
why
nuke both
is the
of
big
them.
question.
I mean, we'd
Why-
probably side with
So
India.
if Pakistan
Probably.
nukes India, you know how many people are going to die?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a lot of people.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, there's like 300 million
There's
What?
more than
What?
There's
There's
There's a
1
billion
billion.
plus.
Yeah.
in
That-
India alone.
Yes, in
Yeah.
India.
Yes.
That will drop our population down 1 billion.
And that,
And
that's a
if-
fact.
Can we get a fact check? Oh my god, we
I
haven't fact checked in a while.
I
What-
mean-
what is it? It's like
A
in one city, there's like over a billion people.
1.339
Maybe.
billion.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
China's is
maybe.
1.336. So that's
No,
a huge amount of
86,
population.
It depends. Yeah, but India's growing faster too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still going
Scary.
like China. was.
Fastest growing country.
So if Pakistan were to nuke
That would be-
India, that would change a lot of stuff.
But if
Rip-
And then,
India,
like, the
Rest in
nuclear
peace,
fallout,
T-Series.
well,
Wait,
we don't
how
need.
many, how many people do we have in the United States?
We have
Um,
300
yes.
some million.
Yeah, we have 300 like 32
So,
or something. And then
we have
factory-
300 million people, and in a small country, they're holding over 1 billion people.
Yeah.
So that small country getting nuked,
That
that's
killed a lot
almost
of
a
people.
seventh of our
Mhm.
population
I mean,
gone.
I mean, they wouldn't destroy the whole country.
No, it wouldn't. But
It-
that's
but
but
it would-
they
It
aim
depends on
towards
how
the
many
mass.
nuclear
Yeah.
armament
and it depends on also where they place
they
it.
have. Because
Just get really
Pakistan,
diplomatic.
Pakistan has like I think they have 20 plus nuclear devices and probably more that we still don't know of. So this could be a very huge scale operation, and
That's
of
pretty
course
crazy.
there's other countries like if Pakistan America can't like interrupt in this because India is a part of BRICS, so there's nothing we can do. If you don't know what BRICS is the alliance between communist nations, so like Russia, China, South Africa.
Oh, then we, yeah,
Brazil.
then we have to deal with
So
Russia.
if America
not a good
steps
idea.
in and helps out Pakistan, then that's large scale war.
I wonder if this could, like, if something did happen, like, even if there was just a small attack, like you know, armed forces, not nukes necessarily. I wonder if that would kick off a much bigger war, even if it's just that.
Would it include us though? Is the question.
I mean,
Because
that's the thing, like,
yeah, like
would it
we're-
include other countries?
Yeah, like especially with how everyone's saying, they have like each country's obviously sided with other powerful nations.
Mhm.
So would that turn into
Just a chain
oh,
effect.
yeah, like a world war?
I highly doubt America
Or
would get
or,
involved.
or we just
I
not
mean-
care and then they just continue on.
Yeah, I'd kind of hope that we wouldn't get involved.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like we don't have to worry.
I feel like Donald Trump wouldn't. Not like getting political, but
Yeah,
like
I don't
I don't
think
think
he would
he'd
care enough.
intervene with that.
don't think he'd.
Well,
Doesn't
he'd be
really
smart enough to not interview with me.
Yeah, I think he's more of a like a what's it called?
I really don't think any president would do that. That's not a smart idea at all.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
definitely presidents.
Because but that's like Russia and China.
Mm-hmm.
We can't, like, going against one of them, that's a hard fight. But going against two of them, we can't win.
we definitely could. We have military bases all around the world,
Yeah,
and they
but-
don't.
But they still
That's the
are
interesting
a
thing.
huge force to deal with.
Yeah, obviously
Both
many
nucle-
people die in
Yeah,
it.
both nuclear missiles that
Because-
can reach us. So that that would
Yeah.
end it right there.
BRICS, I do a lot of studying of BRICS in the UN. The UN, things like the EU, European Union, the European Union fell apart. And it's
Yeah.
just the UN. And the UN isn't good. The UN
Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The only thing they do sometimes is help out at like disasters from like natural causes. That's it. So basically, especially since the U.S. pulled away from the UN, we don't have like too many allies that are good.
Yeah.
But BRICS, they have a bigger military might even when all the UN countries
No.
work together.
Yeah, they do. Because
No,
Russia's
I mean-
almost as big. Isn't Russia?
Nowhere near.
Aren't they huge though?
Yeah, they're huge,
And
Russia
then-
and China, but they're nowhere. They're like a fourth of the U.S. The U.S.'s military, if you combine.
In terms with
With nukes, then they're more. But I mean,
Are they though? 'Cause
land
we-
devices,
Russia has more. Nukes.
Russia has more
Right.
tanks and more.
They're
nukes.
outdated though. That's also.
Yeah,
They're from,
but-
the 60s.
True, we are constantly.
China-
We're
China
constantly
has-
improving.
One of the biggest air forces.
We have
Yeah,
the
that,
biggest.
yeah, that's more what
Our
I was
Air
thinking.
Force is insane.
Yeah, and I guess you are right with us always updating our stuff, so we're always one step ahead.
Yeah, a lot of the Soviet countries, since like the USSR fell apart, they haven't
They've-
updated their
yeah,
tanks and
backed
their
out.
planes.
And the scary thing is, we don't even know what we're capable of right now.
Yeah, we're the citizens.
we
don't know.
we have an idea of what we might have, but who actually knows?
The biggest thing we need to be careful of is what we're doing if we're going to do something in Venezuela, because since Russia and China do have Brazil, where they are pretty close to America, and moving on to Venezuela and Honduras will give them really good military outposts next to the U.S.
Yeah,
So
it's an interesting concept.
that we definitely need to watch out. I say that America should just not
Get involved.
with some of this, which we are pulling away from a lot of stuff recently, which is a very good idea.
Do you guys think that like increased military spending is good or bad?
Both.
Personally, I think it's good, but it can also lead to like an arms race.
Yeah, I
but
think
it's also
it's,
really important as us, like the most powerful nation, to protect
Yeah,
ourselves.
because I mean, we are the source of like tons of different inventions,
Mm-hmm.
and like obviously it can be good because we're constantly updated and we'll always be prepared. But at the same time, we are taking away from other things we could be like focusing on fixing like the inside of our country. Because like we're preparing for wars and stuff, but there is stuff that could still be improved and could still get better if we put some of that money towards it.
Yeah, well, we should still try and flaunt our military might, because
Mm-hmm.
holding down on that would be a bad decision. Because a lot of people think like, okay, 21st century countries aren't trying to take each other countries, but
We still are.
there are countries still taking other countries. Like Russia isn't afraid to
Ukraine.
annex a country.
Yeah.
Like take the Ukraine as an example. They destroyed them utterly. China will definitely take places
China's
without
pretty crazy.
anything. They will. No one wants to fight China.
Like the weird thing about it is that like the Cold War is almost still going on with like proxy wars, with what he's talking about
Oh yeah.
with Venezuela, how it's like kind of like just moving it towards like democracy or communism, and it's pretty interesting how that works even today.
Yeah, it's like a big game of chess.
Venezuela doesn't even want us. We sent 5 trucks to Venezuela with a lot of aid, and they shot them all. The trucks
the military
are gone.
did, right?
Yes,
people-
their
the people
military.
want us.
Their military blew up 4 trucks. One was able to get away.
Bro,
So
like, they're wilding over there.
We should just kill
It's
them all.
fucked.
Just nuke them.
Dane's solution.
Nuke everything.
But the
Besides
America.
Venezuelan situation is really weird.
No, yeah, it is realistically. Yeah.
Very, very fucking weird.
Anyway, that got really diplomatic, really quick.
Yeah, that went from good qualities in person to war.
What would happen?
The concepts. It was like job. It was like workplace stuff.
Cameron's
Then
over here
drugs.
slumped.
And then the whole people and their aspects, and then war.
Wow.
That was interesting. That
That's
was
a pretty
deep.
dark way to like.
To digress.
Yeah, we're really good at that.
Okay,
I
let's.
don't know if we've been up there.
It's probably been like an hour. About an hour.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
been more than
It's an hour.
an hour.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That was
It's
perfect.
been a fucking hour, guys. Holy shit.
All right.
That was pretty good talk for the first one.
Yo, my knees
Little-
hurt, guys.
Little over, I don't care. Little all over the
Oh.
place, but
Fuck.
I mean, that's the whole point of this.
yeah, it'll
thing.
get better as we go.
Yeah.
Cameron's over here sleeping.
That's the point of a
So-
podcast. Spontaneous.
By the way, use code Panthers for 10% off Rogue.
RogueEnergy.com.
Rogue Energy.
And
Twitter.com/RogueEnergy.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Panthers Podcast.
And give us some ports. Give us some USB ports. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Get
right,
up our
should we wrap it
number.
up?
Yeah.
All
Wrap
right.
it up. why are you coming in hype now?
Bro, I didn't know
Pleasure.
what to say it off
Dude,
of
you're a
last like
little bit-
6 topics.
Honestly, I'm
We
in a
did go
class
through
that
6
primarily
topics.
talks
Shut the
about
fuck up,
this.
Cam.
So
We're
I say
not-
we just like, have some fun.
yeah,
Alright, peace out,
have some fun
guys.
with what? What are
yeah,
you
we'll
talking
see ya
about?
whenever we
next
upload the
one.
next one.
Okay,
yeah.
goodbye.
Alright.
All right.
Love you
Bye.
guys.
We're just gonna.
No.